Good morning and welcome to Yoga Union. I'm Jennifer and I'm at the yoga studio of Rice Lake in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to show you a quick morning stretch that'll get you ready for your day and will fit in nicely with any routine that you have. So starting with a seated position on the mat, cross your legs, placing one leg in front of the other or one leg over the other, or in half lotus, whichever comfortable for you. So taking a seated position, placing your hands on your knees, and just lift up through the crown of your head as if there's a string pulling you on an inhale. And as you exhale, ground into the earth, feeling your sits bones really connect with the mat. And we'll take a couple of breaths here just to center ourselves for our practice. Breathing in a long, slow breath, again, lifting through your spine, lifting through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, grounding into the earth. Clearing your mind for your practice, clearing the clutter from your brain for the day ahead. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Now placing your hands behind your back with your fingers pointed backwards. Inhale, lifting up, opening your heart space, rolling your shoulders back, gazing skyward, feeling this stretch, just beginning the day. And as you inhale, breathe into your heart space. Really feel it opening up. Exhale, grounding into the earth. Deep inhale. And exhale, returning to center. Moving to some gentle side twists. Placing your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind your back. Lifting up through your crown on an inhale. And as you exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Long, slow inhale. And exhaling back to center. Moving to the other side. Left hand on your right knee, right hand behind your back. Again, inhale, lifting up through the crown of your head, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting, and again, a long, slow inhale, and exhaling back to center. Breathing in, long, slow inhales, and exhaling a long, slow exhale. Now extending your legs wide, knees up, toes up, feet active, pressing through the balls of your feet. Again, placing your hands behind your back and inhaling, lifting up, opening your heart center, breathing deeply into that heart space, really energizing your body here, just waking it up. And exhaling, returning to center, placing your hands on your fingertips, slowly walking forward. Lifting up your chest, gazing forward, flat back, and as you've reached as far as your body can comfortably go, maybe stretch a little further, and then relax your neck. And again, inhale as you lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, see if you can walk your hands just a little forward. Breathing deeply here. Inhaling into places where you feel tense and exhaling into places. Just exhaling that tension out. And coming up on an inhale, walking up. Placing the flat part of your foot. So your left foot into the inside of your right thigh, using your left hand to turn your body and face your right leg. Inhale your arms overhead and exhale, folding forward, reaching for that leg. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, folding forward. Again, once you've reached the full extent of your posture, you can relax your neck and breathe deeply into the stretch. Breathing energy and light into places that are tense, and as you exhale, exhale that tension out of your body. Walking your hands back and coming up on an inhale, switching sides, left leg out, right foot into the inside of the left thigh. With your right hand, again, turn to face your left leg, pressing through there. Inhaling your arms overhead and exhaling, hinging at the hips, reaching forward, grabbing that foot. If you can't reach your foot, grab your leg or your calf or your ankle, wherever your hands reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. And then when you've, once you've reached the full extent of your posture, relax your neck. Breathe deeply into your back or wherever you're feeling the stretch. Inhaling light and love and energy, and exhaling any tension. And coming up on an inhale, walking your hands up, moving into bound angle pose or butterfly pose. So placing the bottoms of your feet together and grabbing onto your knees or your calves or your shins or your ankles, or interlocking your hands under your feet. Kind of wobble back and forth to get your sits bones on the mat, and then taking your elbows, pressing down gently, opening up your legs, opening up your hips. Again, inhaling up, lifting up, taking a few breaths here. Again, energizing every cell of our body to start the day in the morning. And then now exhale, chin to chest, rounding forward, moving down. Maybe trying to have your forehead reach the top of your toes. Just visualize this. It doesn't have to reach there, but just getting a nice round in your back. If you ever feel pain, stop doing the posture. And then as you inhale, rounding back up, stacking each vertebrae one at a time. And we'll move into tabletop position. So hands here on the mat, stacking your hips above your knees, your shoulders and elbows above your wrists. If this is a little hard on your wrists, move your hands ahead just an inch or so, and then turn the creases of your elbows forward so that you're tucking your elbows in, and palms of your hands are wide, front of your middle finger pointing to the top of your mat. Center yourself here in tabletop, and we'll move through cat and cow, which is a nice exercise, nice loosening up of the spine. So inhale, lifting your chin high, tail up, lowering your belly towards your mat, arching your back downward. And exhale, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone, navel to spine, really pushing up through your thoracic spine. Inhale, chin up, tailbone up. You don't want to just lift and bend in the small of your back. And exhale, rounding up. Tucking your tailbone, tucking your chin, getting that nice stretch. Moving through this with one breath, one movement. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, rounding your spine, lifting up, tucking your tail, tucking your chin, and meeting back in tabletop position. Toes touching, move your knees to the width of your mat, and then press back into child's pose. Hips to heels, reaching forward, moving your forehead to the mat, and then allowing your forearms to rest on the mat. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, just move them back and place your hands behind you next to your heels, and just breathe deeply into your belly. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. And now placing your hands back on the mat, moving back into tabletop, curling your toes under, we will press into our first down dog. So lift up, lift your sits bones into the air, keeping your feet really bent because this is our first one. Your knees bent, and press back, pushing your weight over your heels. Straightening your spine, straightening your arms. Again, rolling the corners of your bends of your elbows forward. And then bending your knees, lifting up on your toes to raise your sits bones. Relaxing your neck, and then slowly lowering your ankles toward the ground. Right now, you don't have to straighten your knees. You don't have to have your heels touch the ground. We're just working into the position. Take a deep inhale here, and on your exhale, walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat into a forward fold. So folding forward here, grasp opposite elbows, relax your neck, bend your knees, belly on your thighs, and just allow the muscles in your back and your spine to release towards the ground. Breathing deeply into your belly. Take a long, slow inhale, then exhale, placing your hands on the mat. Slowly round up, stacking your spine one vertebrae at a time into Tadasana. Now, Tadasana is the foundation. It's a foundation pose, and it is establishing this pose is so important to our practice. So the first thing you want to do is balance your weight on the four corners of your feet. And so lifting your toes and finding your arch. Setting your toes down, starting with a little toe, one at a time. Spreading your feet wide and holding on to that arch in your feet. Lifting your kneecaps, tightening your thighs. Having a neutral pelvis, tucking your tailbone if it's sticking out. And as you inhale, round your shoulders back and lift up through the crown of your head. Find your balance here in Tadasana or mountain pose. So as you inhale, feel the energy rise through the front of your body, lifting up through your crown of your head. And as you exhale, imagine it flowing down the back of your body and grounding into your mat. Keeping your arms relaxed at your sides, but your hands are active. Gazing forward, softening your face. Breathing long, slow breaths. And now we'll move into some slow sun salutations to get us ready for our day. So inhale your arms overhead. Your fingers are active. Your shoulders are in their sockets. Inhale, reach. And exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips. Again, keeping your knees bent. We're going to take these slowly, so take a breath here. Inhale, half lift. So straightening your legs, placing your hands on your shins or wherever they reach to, or on the fingertips if you're able, and stretching from the tip of your tailbone through the top of your head. Taking a breath here. And as you inhale, imagine yourself lengthening through your spine. And exhale, placing your hands on the mat beside your feet. Step back with your left leg, right leg forward, and just get a gentle lunge here. Inhaling into the stretch, exhaling, extending back to high plank, placing your knees on the ground, taking an inhale, tucking in your elbows and slowly lowering to the ground. Tops of the feet on the mat, pubic bone pressing into the mat, and as you inhale, lifting up to Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. We're going to take another breath here so we can rise higher. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curling your toes and pressing back into down dog. Again, it's still early in our practice, so pressing back with your arms, pushing your weight over your heels, lifting up on the tips of your toes to raise your sits bones, pushing back, and then slowly lowering your heels to the ground while maintaining this posture, relaxing your neck, breathing deeply. Take a long, slow inhale. And as you exhale, Walk your feet to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping your arms up overhead, reaching into Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Moving to the other side. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, forward fold. Again, moving slowly, taking a breath here. Breathing deeply into your belly. Inhaling to half lift. Again, take a deep breath. Imagine stretching from the tip of your tailbone through the crown of your head. And exhale, folding forward, stepping back with the right leg, feeling the lunge in your left leg. Taking a breath here to feel the stretch. And then exhaling, hands beside your feet, back into high plank, lowering your knees to the mat. Taking an inhale, tucking your elbows in and lowering slowly to the mat. Inhale into Cobra. Again, we're holding this for another breath. Inhale, rise. And exhale, turning your toes and pressing back into Down Dog. Starting to feel a little looser here, but again, keeping the knees bent, pushing up on the tips of your toes to raise your sit bones into the air, relaxing your neck, and then slowly lowering your heels to the ground, just as far as they're able. It's not essential that your heels touch the ground. Taking a deep breath, and as you exhale, walking forward to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping your arms overhead, reaching high, and exhaling, hands to heart center. We'll move through sun salutations, 2 more, adding a little crescent lunge and a side twist. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, planting your feet beside, hands beside your feet, stepping back with your left leg, right leg forward, lowering your knee to the ground, top of your foot on the mat. Inhale, lifting up, taking a breath, finding the stretch here in this pose, and then inhaling your arms overhead into a crescent. Inhale, reaching. As you exhale, maybe moving back, kind of finding that arch. Inhale, stretch, and exhaling, hands to heart center. Turn and twist, placing your elbow right on your thigh and pressing to turn your heart open, breathing deeply, twisting to the right. And exhale your hands back to the mat, stepping back into high plank, placing your knees on the ground. Inhale, again, tucking in your elbows, slowly lowering to the mat. And as you inhale, press up, lifting up into up dog. So the tips of your toes on the mat, gazing upward, taking a breath here. And as you exhale, turning your toes under and pressing back into down dog. Again, arms are straight, fingers pointed forward, rolling your elbows in, relaxing your neck, lifting up your sits bones and then lowering your heels. Breathing deeply. Long, slow inhale. And as you exhale, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping your arms overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Our final sun salutation on the other side. Inhaling, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, placing your hands on the mat and stepping back with the right leg, lowering to the knee, top of the foot on the mat. Inhale, placing your hands on your knee, finding your balance and feeling the stretch here. Inhaling your arms overhead, reaching to this low crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, maybe moving backwards. Inhale, reach. Stretch. And as you exhale, bringing your hands to heart center and twisting to the left, placing your knee on the outside of your left thigh and pressing into it, twisting to the left, feeling that, breathing into the twist. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. Inhale, and then exhaling, hands to the mat. Stepping back into your high plank, lowering to your knees, taking an inhale, tucking your elbows in, slowly lowering to the mat. Curling your toes, hands are under your shoulders. Toes flat on the floor. And inhaling up to down dog. Taking a breath here, holding this for a moment. Pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, pushing it away, palms are wide. And exhale, turning your toes, pressing back into down dog. Again, palms are wide, elbows turn in, bend your knees, lift up on your toes, sits bones high, and then lower your heels to the ground. Relax your neck, relax your face. Breathe long, slow breaths. Deep inhale, and as you exhale, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rising up, reaching to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a breath, finding your center here. We'll move down to the ground in a yogi squat. So spreading your legs wide. Hands at your heart center. And inhale, and as you lower yourself down, toes pointing out, bending your knees, slowly lowering to the ground. And as you get to the ground, try to keep your chest up, pressing into your elbow, with your elbows into your knees. Breathing deeply, feeling the stretch. Now this might be that you're not able to get to the ground. Maybe you want to put some blocks on the ground so that you have something to sit on if this is a difficult pose for you. But just do what you're able to do. This is your yoga and your mat. And so now moving to the ground, placing your hands down, gently sitting. We'll twist to the side. Grabbing your hands behind your legs, roll yourself to the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Breathe deeply here. And now, placing your hands at the side, pushing your feet up to the air. 90-degree angle. As you inhale, press through the balls of your feet. And as you exhale, press your lower back into the mat. This is a gentle inversion, sending oxygen and nutrients to all of your organs to energize you for the day ahead. And now, bending your knees and placing your feet flat on the mat, spreading your arms wide. Inhale your legs up so that your shins are perpendicular with the mat. And as you exhale, roll over onto your right hip, rolling onto your right side, stacking your hips, stacking your knees. Breathing deeply. And then turn to gaze out over your left hand. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. Inhaling back to center. Again, shins parallel with the mat. Find your balance here. Make yourself, feel that you're even. Take a long breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower to the left, stacking your hips, stacking your knees. And turn to gaze out over your right hand. Breathing long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Again, as we prepare for the day, we want to energize every cell of your body, releasing any toxins or any negative energy or any stiffness. Inhaling back to center. And exhale, placing your feet on the mat. We'll take a quick Savasana, and then you'll be ready for the day. So extending your legs apart and your arms, allow them to move away from your body. Take a couple of moments here to breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, feel yourself sinking into the mat. Relax your head and your neck. On your next exhale, feel your shoulders sink into the ground, relaxing your arms, your elbows, relaxing the bones and muscles in your hands. Breathe in and fill your belly up, and as you exhale, just feel yourself relax, sinking deeper. Relax your hips and your hip joints. Again, on your exhale, feel them melting away, feel them just moving into the earth. Relax your thighs and your knees, your shins and your calves. Relax your feet and every bone and muscle and every little toe. This pose is an important one for ensuring that your practice is stored in the memory of the cells of your body and that you get the greatest benefit from it. So take a couple moments here and relax. And when you're ready to get out of the pose, just roll over gently on your side. Take a few breaths and begin your day. Stay here in Shavasana as long as you are able. And if you need to get up and start your day sooner, take a deep breath, let it go. Give yourself some love. Thank yourself for your practice. Thank you for being here today. I hope you can join me at the Rice Lake Yoga Studios of Rice Lake. Namaste.